How has the culture mix of Japan and LA has like shaped you as a DJ, as an artist, as your identity?
Well, sound-wise, I think I'm from like more hip-hop, reggae, jazz. I grew up playing jazz piano, so sound is more from that. But identity-wise, I've been here for like 22 years now, so I'm like not really 100% Japanese in a sense. I'm not American, so it's a hybrid kind of. I have like two different brain, two kind of different personality, but merge like certain thing I say easier in English.
It's easier for you.
Yeah, to process.
What makes the LA scene different from like electronic scenes in Europe and Asia?
I think there's a couple of things. Like first, like we don't have like venue, like set place you can go and open to public, and we're all like DIY warehouse kind of thing. Also like, I think culturally a little different. Like when I go to Japan, for example, like I never really experienced house music. When I was in Japan, I was more like hip hop and stuff. So when I go and then I actually play, Tokyo's clubs, like, underground stuff, people are just into music, like really into music. They're listening, really, I can tell like people are listening because nobody's talking, because you can talk and listen at the same time. So nobody's talking really, especially Tokyo, I felt that. New York also, like I went and like, wow, like nobody's talking. There's a club, walk in and they'll tell you like, do not talk, don't use the phone, like, stuff like that. Because, that's like how you engage and listening to music. Now, of course, like aspects of like communicating with people and having energy. I think it's beautiful to have that in a party, but I go for music, otherwise, I can have lunch with friends, So I think that's like culturally a little different. Like we have a little, this dance floor mannerism a little different from other places, I feel.
So you feel like in LA that people are more talking?
Yeah, per se. I mean, for me, myself, like I have this auditory processing thing. So if I'm hearing a bunch of other things, I can't focus on one thing. So if I'm like trying to listen to music and I'm hearing it, then I'll kind of move around. So if you see me moving around, that's pretty much what's happening.
Yeah, I know, it's a little different, yeah.
Yeah.
How do you build the emotional arc of your DJ sets?
I think everything's kind of like opposite, right? Good, bad, dark, right? So it's kind of like, I feel, I wouldn't say good, bad, but it's more like a dark and light kind of thing. So I kind of like to build my set like tensions, like goes like a little darker, but then bring like more like a nice melody and have this shift of dark and light kind of thing.
I liked your depth actually. It was like, going like up and down. That was great.
Thank you.
What's your favorite moment from your DJ sets? What do you like the most?
I mean, of course, like people just like, everybody's like, to like at the end, it's kind of like that. And then everybody's connecting to one, energy. That's a beautiful moment.
Energy, what brings us actually together.
Yeah.
How has the LA nightlife scene changed in the past years?
I think it's changing, like I've been around the scene almost like 10 years in LA, but it's more party, of course, like there's like a lot of party now. Of course, the younger people come out more, like then, people who used to be there, not really there. But musically, I think it's more international artists come in, like more underground artists that's coming in, and, we are experiencing more like European sounds and stuff. So I think it's going, I mean, of course, like all these parties, like dialogues on the session, if all these parties are like booking great artists, like passionate, so it's definitely changing.
What was the moment that made you realize that music was like your path in life?
Well, I have so many different interests. I've done so many different things in my life, but music has been just one interest and my passion, like really into it. It never changed since I was very young. Maybe like I was 13 years old or something.
Okay.
So yeah, because some of the hobbies are like, going away, but this is like always my main
thing. Dedicate yourself to the music.
It's just, just what I do. Like it's part of my life.
Yeah, it's part of who you are, basically. If LA was like a music genre, how you would describe it?
The jazz.
The jazz?
The
really?
Jazz.
Not New York?
Well, because jazz is like a lot of improvisation, you know, like I think LA is like so many things happening. It can be chaotic, it can be like dissonance, like just like a lot of things are not together, but sometimes like that kind of harmonically together. So it's like a jazz.
Interesting. Because like jazz for me is always like, you know, I associate it with New York because like there's like so many like
I mean, literally it was
yeah,
that, but
it's okay.
I think the character-wise, you know, like the jazz's character.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And I have a last question for you. What is the most important lesson the music has taught you over these years?
Patience.
Patience.
Yeah, because you know, music. Like I'm big advocate of like playing a song, like track. I mean, it's a great like art also, like you know, using CDJ and loop and you know do. Some people do amazing things, but I feel like music made like a lot of producer meant to, you know, sound a certain way. So I like to play it out and the mix. Sometimes I like just mix together and great, but I think that's my main thing is like to have music play. Hold on, what was the question? I need to go back.
The question was like, what is the most important thing music has taught you?
The patience, yeah. So like, you know, sometimes like when you're auntie, like, you know, people are like, then like you need to bring music and like, I did a couple times today too. Like, you know, I kind of feel like bringing it in, but I'm like, but there's some more, you know, there's some more that you need to be heard or even like crashes, you know? And when you're quick mixing, that happens. So I kind of feel like music definitely teaches patience, also like production, like studio and stuff. It takes years and years, you know? So it's a patience. It's a lot of struggles, a lot of trial and errors.
Everything takes patience.
It's a patience.
Kana, thank you so much. It was a pleasure having you today, and thank you for answering my questions. I wish you good luck in LA, in Europe, wherever you go play. You have a really great music. Thank you.